Good morning. Welcome to Great Transition Strategies Monday Morning Standup. 5 minutes to get your week off to a great start and potentially give you something to make you a more effective leader. Today's topic, we're still working on endings, and what are you carrying around with you you should not have? I'm Gary Slyman. As an executive coach, I work with high performers to help them build their self-awareness so they understand how they lead, so they can be more effective and love what they do. How easy is it for you to move, right? So today's topic is endings and what are you carrying around with you? So the overarching question I have is, how easy is it for you to move? You see, my surroundings are a little bit different. If you're listening on the podcast, I'm down in Florida at my mom's place. I get down here from time to time. My mom, just 2 months ago, moved up to Northern Virginia. So she's living a lot closer to us now. And I'm down in Florida figuring what's next with her house. Right. So and in our careers, we work on figuring out what's next. So, and what I found is how quickly do you think I'm able to make this? We're able to complete everything we need to for what's next for this residence. It's a little bit slow here to tell you how, and I want you to relate this to your professional life. They've accumulated a lot of things. My parents moved here in 2000. So think of all the things they've accumulated since. And if you don't keep up with it and keep moving along, new technology and hanging on to the other things, there's a lot of friction in when it comes time to make a move. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of friction right now. Think VHS. All right, so let's relate this to you and your professional life. And if I said, how quickly can you move? And by that, I mean, you get promoted. You go to work next week and you get promoted. How quickly can you make that move? And how quickly will you become effective, right? So that's one of the things I want you to think about. So let's ask these questions. You think about how quickly you can make the move. One, how long have you been at this organization, right? That's one thing, because you're in one place, you accumulate a lot of stuff. And I don't just mean stuff, I mean policy, procedures, the way you do business, the way you operate, right? Now, what about your role? In the role you're in, how long have you been in that role? And you might have been in a number of organizations in that role. So how long have you been in that role? Maybe you're an operations manager, maybe you're a marketing person. How long have you been in there? And are you carrying some things along that are causing some friction, some things that that are not serving you well anymore, right? So that's one thing. And as you move forward, do you have a way to move those things out? So let me ask you this question. So let's figure out how to become more agile. So how agile do you think you are? You get promoted next week. How quickly do you think you can make that change and be effective and be operating smoothly and efficiently? And once you put that time in, I'm going to say, whatever time you estimate, double it. It's going to take you that long. All right. So now, as you're thinking about that, what are the things that are causing the friction? What are the things that are holding you back? Are the things that you just needed to leave? I needed to leave those things. I'll tell you, I do a lot of career transition work. And one of the problems they have when people transition, when these professionals transition, they're carrying some things that are not serving them well anymore. They're carrying some policy, they're carrying some procedures, ways to do anything. How do you move them forward? Because when you carry those things forward, you are probably not doing the things, you have only so much capacity. They're not doing the things to get them ready to move forward. Move to the digital age, move forward. So what are you doing as you look at what's behind you? Think military transition, there's some things in the military that are not going to serve you well in the private sector, right? When you jump companies, some things people never want to hear. Well, in our last company, we used, what do you need to leave so you can move forward and understand what is next, right? So what are you going to do about it? That's you personally. This is all about leadership. So now let's think about those that you lead. So think about your team and ask the same questions. One, how quickly could they move if they were promoted? What are the things? So how long have they been in position? How long have they been with the company? How long have they been in position? And what are the things you can see that they're carrying, that they don't need to be carrying, that are slowing them down, not making them as effective as they could possibly be? And what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do as your leader to help them get better so they can move forward? Thanks for listening. Hope you found that helpful. Get rid of the things you don't need to help you move forward. See you next Monday morning, 8:30. Have a great week.